Okay, I'm going to show you something cool that happens when you sweep up kangaroo scraps. Now watch what happens when I pick it up. It just jumps out. Seriously. It's got so much static. So I usually end up scraping it up off the floor with my hands. There it goes. It's annoying, but it's also funny. That one just won't go in. Okay, I'll try to put this in the trash now. Since I haven't spent too much time in the shop for the past 2 weeks, I'm going to introduce a new segment this week called A Pause for Paige. I've been traveling and haven't been working much in the shop for the past 2 weeks, and Paige is in Savannah, Georgia, taking a few college classes at the Savannah College of Art and Design. My friend Marcel Mizran, master shoemaker from Hungary, also lives in Savannah and teaches at SCAD. Paige has been spending some time with Marcel in his studio when she's not in class.
I would still really like to learn from my mom and make a pair of boots once or twice. I feel like it would be a waste of knowledge and family tradition not to make boots from who I consider the best bootmaker in the world. And for a chukka boot, the top line needs to be one continuous line going down. And then here, this needs to be at a perpendicular angle, a 90-degree angle, like that. And I learned that a chukka boot traditionally has 2 eyelets. Now I'm peeling the tape off of the last to take it from this 3D form, and then I'll put the last copy on the 2-dimensional paper. So then from there I can make my pattern pieces. I'm putting the last copy on the paper, and I'm going to make sure from the counterpoint to the ball is straight. And from the ball to the toe is straight. Before cutting my reliefs and flattening it down. Reliefs in the back. And now I will cut my reliefs in the van. Together, Marcel and I made this master pattern. He showed me what to do and where to pattern things and draw my lines. And so now I am trying to recreate it for my chukka stitch down. And I'm having lots and lots of difficulties getting it all right, but I'm confident I'll have it ready to go by the end of today. But one thing I am confident in is that I made my lining shorter for the orange peel effect. Now I'm going to make pattern pieces from my master pattern. These are my patterns, and I just learned about which way your patterns should be stretching or which way you should put them on the leather. And for a van piece, you should have the line of stretch running this way, not this way. This is my leather, which I'm very excited to use, and I'm going to be able to use these gauges. You can, instead of having to add it on and make another pattern piece, you can score the leather and then cut on the folded edge. This is the sketch of my chukka boot, and I'm going to put my pattern pieces, which I just finished, inside my envelope to keep them safe and not loose.
When I was a teenager, I lived in Pocahontas County, West Virginia, and last week I got to go back. I learned to play ping pong in West Virginia, and since there wasn't much else to do, I got pretty good at it. But it's been many, many years since I played ping pong.
Hey, Bretton.
Yep.
Who you playing?
Aunt Lisa.
Aunt Lisa. This is Lisa's nephew, Bretton Cole.
Bretton's pretty good. He's taking it easy.
So what's your boots doing in Green Banks, West Virginia?
This is a school reunion for my tiny little Christian school. Of 17 students. I was the only one that graduated the year I graduated. Yes, I was cutest couple. I was valedictorian.
Most likely to succeed.
And salutatorian. Nice.
Picked up a paddle and played today, Lisa?
Yes.
First time I picked up a paddle in probably 5 years. It's coming back. I attended a tiny little Christian school in West Virginia. The year I graduated, there were 17 students in the entire school. Here we are on a school field trip. You can tell who the cool kids are. We're the ones in the back in the goofy hats. The reason for my trip to West Virginia was to attend a school reunion for that tiny little Christian school. Here we are, all grown up. My sister Lori and I got to drive around together and explore some of our old haunts. We actually found an old swing set that used to be at one of the houses where we lived. We jumped out to take a picture and I decided to do some gymnastics. Either that swing set's gotten shorter or I've gotten taller because the ground, as you can see, was not exactly where I expected it would be.
Now you gotta get down. Now just swing on down this way.
Yeah, this is the easy part.
Yeah.
I think.
We also found a tree up in the woods where we used to swing out over a ravine. There was a grapevine on the tree that we swung on until the dumb boys pulled it down. So then we had to climb up and hang a rope. I loved climbing trees, and I remember climbing to the very top of this tree one time. I loved that old tree. When I was a teenager, I lived in Pocahontas County, West Virginia. And last week, I got to go back. Ladle, 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 ladle. You're not helpful.
I'm being quiet.
Uh-huh.
See, now you're happy and cheerful. It'll look more authentic.
Thank you. I appreciate your help.